All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. So we're doing a special video today because, we were doing a video of all the things we do around the house. And we did one particular project and all of a sudden it stood out to us, we should do a video on just this one project. This is our car, one of the cars we have, and we use this for me running back and forth to work. Haven't used it in about a year because the top got a rip in it and we had to change the top ourselves. And well, we're not top people, so it took us a while. And then the window was broken. The motor didn't go up and down, so we put one of those in today too. And headlights. I bought this product over a year ago. We're not sponsored. They don't even know about this. They don't know who I am. But I brought this product about a year ago. Part of changing the roof out was I wanted to update the headlights. They've gotten really foggy looking. They're yellowed. They just look like they're nicotine stained, actually. I'm noticing when I'm driving at night, it's really hard to see the road. It makes a huge difference on the quality of your driving. When we bought this car about 4 or 5 years ago, the lights, the dealer we bought it used, the dealership we bought it from, had put something over them that made it look really clear. And it was a very temporary fix, whatever they did, because it went away in weeks. When we first got the car, the headlights, those xenon lights or whatever, we could see way down the road. And now we can hardly see where we're going. So we decided to take these yellow old headlights and see if we could fix them. Looked online at a replacement set, didn't want to go there. So we said, all right, well, let's see if we're going to restore them. So we got this Meguiars heavy duty headlight restoration kit. It says before and after, and they do one of those little pictures that always look totally fake. Like there's no way that could actually happen. Well, we did one headlight and it actually happens. So we decided to jump on the other headlight and do it, but we want to share it with your friends and let you see how we did this. I think we spent 20 minutes on this headlight.
Yes.
Maybe 20. It's amazing the difference when you stand back and look at it. And we noticed on our camera, it's not really showing as dramatic a difference as what it is. But anyways, we'll let you zoom in a little bit tighter and see those headlights there. And then we're going to go ahead and do the process one step at a time. We'll let you watch as we do it. The reflection's unbelievable. It's like shiny chrome. Actually, if you look down here, I don't know if the camera's picking up, there's a little fogginess right here. That's the thickness of whatever product they applied is still on there. We couldn't get all of it buffed off. So I think if another product hadn't been applied first, we'd get even better results if that's even possible. All right, so according to the instructions, first step, clean the glass. We use white distilled vinegar as a glass cleaner here at the house, and we like it better than a lot of the national brands with the lemon scent and the fresh winter wonderland smell or whatever. They tend to leave some streaks and things like that, so we just use the white distilled vinegar. Cuts the grime. It doesn't leave a lot of streaks. I am seeing some very minor cracking in the plastic here, which is from age. These are the original headlights. They still say Nissan down here in the lens. These are the original headlights that came with the car. They're not aftermarket headlights. So, and you can see, you can actually feel whatever. I don't know what they put on these lights to make them clean up and clear, but we're going to try to get as much of that product off as we can in the next process. Next step, we want to protect our paint. This is actually paint down here on the bumper. Where it's red is actually a wrap. So we want to protect the wrap just as well as the bumper. We're just going to tape it off here, just mask it a little bit. I played around with the product actually a little bit on the wrap just to see if it would help restore the wrap. It didn't harm the wrap at all. But I am following the directions to a T. We want to make sure we do it right. So we're just doing this to cover it up. This is just keeps the product, and I think what might happen is if your car was oxidized, the paint was oxidized in the car, I think what you might find is this product would remove the oxidization and then give you a shining line right there where you were at the edge and you kept rubbing up on the paint. That is my feeling of why. I don't know that that's why they say that, but it's my feeling that's why they say that.
It says to protect the paint from micro scratching.
Yeah, which is what you do when you buff a car. You micro scratch it. So, okay. There we go. All taped up. Move on to the next step. Okay, so the package comes with this little handle, which is kind of nice. It's got Velcro on it. It comes with 2 sanding pads. This is a 1,000 grit. This is a 3,000 grit. So what they do, they say just keep the product wet, and you want to just come up here and you just want to start back and forth with the 1000 grit. Okay, and what we're trying to do is we're trying to get oxidization off the plastic. We're trying to get, obviously bugs. We got a little bit of tar up here, a little bit of pine sap up here. We live in the pines of North Carolina, and we get pine sap drips all over the cars. It's frustrating. It's hard to get off. So I'm going to see how this handles that. I don't really have a great way to take pine sap off. I'm going to talk to my detailer this week and see if he has any suggestions for just, regular maintenance of getting that pine sap. Ooh, it's starting to take it off. Oh, you really hear how rough that is when the sandpaper hits it. And this is 1000 grit sandpaper. This isn't the kind of sandpaper you would use to sand wood or something like that. So it's not making big gouges or scratches at all in the plastic. It's actually just, we're obviously in the tile and stone business, and we use sanding pads on granite and marble and tile edges, and it actually helps us buff it down, and polish it up. But you do use a very high grit numbers. We don't use anything like a 120 or 220 like you'd use in a wood shop. Now, it would be my assumption that this product would work a lot faster. This process would go a lot faster if it hadn't been for somebody already trying to put some other product on here that was just a temporary fix. I can feel it. It's actually, it almost feels like I could scratch it off. It's gummy. So I'm hoping a lot of that comes off in the process. It did on the other headlight. Like I said, we did the other headlight first. We were so impressed with the results. We're like, okay, we're going to do a separate video just on this Meguiars product. I use Meguiars to clean my wheels on my trucks and tire shine, and they've got some detailing products that I like to use when cleaning my cars. So I'm familiar with the Meguiar line, but I have never tried their headlight restore. I was pretty confident though, because I've never bought anything from Meguiars that I wasn't completely happy with. Okay, so I've been using the 1000 grit pad on this headlight here, and I don't know, has it been 5 minutes? Maybe 5 minutes?
Maybe 5.
So, and I'm seeing a lot of the stuff coming off, and so what we do now is the next step is just take a microfiber washcloth, rag, or whatever these are called, and you just dry it off. We're just trying to get that. We obviously, doing the process of doing the 1000 grit kind of took some stuff off of the headlight, cleared it off a little bit. We got rid of that pine tar that was up here and all that. But now it's supposed to have kind of a foggy look to it, like a uniform foggy look. And I think that we've got a uniform foggy look to it now. A lot of the yellow is gone out of it already. So now it's just more foggy than it is yellow.
There you can see the fog.
So it's a foggy look to it. So the next step is take same applicator, remove the 1000 grit, put on the 3000 grit. This is Velcro, just sticks on. This really is such a simple process to do. Oops, and then drop it on the floor. Such a simple process. This is not, you don't have to have a degree in body repair or car detailing or anything. This is just something you can jump on here and do yourself. I know there's a lot of detail shops that do it, and if you don't like doing this kind of stuff, then you get them to do it. But as far as a project, simplicity level for your average homeowner, I would say this is easy. This is not a hard project at all. Keep this wet, okay? When you're sanding any kind of a smooth glossy finish, you want to wet sand it. So you want to keep the pad wet at all times, and that just allows for a little bit of lubrication there, and it tends to make the job go a little quicker. And when it dries up, it tends to just scratch it a little bit more. This here allows the pad, and I'm not putting a lot of downward pressure on this pad, very little downward pressure on the pad. But you can see already, I don't know if you can see it on camera, but you can definitely see already how that is clearing up. The detail up here, all these little dimples, looks like a golf ball or something, I don't know. Just, you can see the detail again that had been lost and was just yellow And I don't know. It's like going to the dentist to get your teeth cleaned. What a difference. Okay, I'm going to say this has probably been about another 5 minutes I've been on this headlight here with the 3000 grit. And I can actually, the pad's moving so much easier across the headlight now. You can literally feel the gunk washing off. All this water coming down here, this clean water, and why is it all cloudy? Because you're taking material off of here, and that's making the water cloudy. So, but you can feel it. Wow, you can really feel it. This headlight actually here, I think, is turning out even nicer than the one on the other side. I might go back over and do the one on the other side one more time. You can really just feel, it's just amazing the difference in it. So I'm going to be happy with that, and then I'm going to take my microfiber and I'm going to dry this off. Okay, it's still got a little bit of a foggy look to it, but it is getting much clearer. So we used 1,000 grit and we used a 3,000 grit, and so now the next step is to use a liquid, and the liquid actually, I don't know what the grit is in it, but it would be an even finer grit than the 3,000 grit paper we just used, and we'll apply that with the tool that came with the kit. The little power head attachment for your drill comes with the kit, and everything we've needed so far has been with the kit except for the power drill itself, the microfiber cloth, the glass cleaner, all things that you're going to have around your house anyway. So, I mean, we didn't have to go to the hardware store, buy anything special for this. Everything was just stuff that we had around the house anyway. So, unbelievable, the difference already when you stand back and look at it. It doesn't have the gleam of the one on the left yet. The one on the left just looks sharp. Okay, so this is the pad that comes in the kit. I used it on the first headlight already. This is the Meguiars Plastex Clear Plastic Cleaner and Polish. Removes cloudiness, yellowing, oxidization, and fine scratches. So this here is going to put on the final polish, and like I say, it's just a really fine grit that we're applying with a different cloth instead of doing it by hand. We're going to do it with the power drill. So you put some product on the pad. They suggest about the size of a nickel. Let's say the size of a nickel. I'll put it on here a little bit, kind of spread the product out a little bit so it doesn't just all fling out as soon as you start it. They don't want you to put a lot of pressure, and they don't want you to sit the pad flat on the work surface. They want you to hold it at a little bit of an angle so that we've got good control. All right. I started up a little bit slow so I don't fling everything all over the place, and I'm going to spread my product. And I'm not going to try to do the whole headlight all at once. I'm going to do a little bit at a time. You can tell where the product's going because you can see it. Now that I got product everywhere, I'm going to go back and actually start buffing the product off. So let me show you how that's done. You're buffing the area as a whole. You don't want to try to just stay on one spot until it's shiny. You want to just keep moving. Just keep the pad moving the whole time. I've started here at the top of the headlight and worked my way down. I don't know if you can see, I haven't done this bottom kind of teardrop corner of it here yet. And I can see from this angle, I don't know if the camera shows it, how hazy looking it still is. Overall, when you stand back 5 feet, the headlight looks great. But when you stand up close to it, I can still see that. So this is the last little area of it I'm going to hit. I'll put a little bit more product on my pad and keep on going with that. All right, so I just went ahead and hit that with the microfiber cloth, and I love the results we're getting. Next step, clean it with glass cleaner again. So we're doing that, and get down here in the edges. A lot of that product is going to have kind of come over the edges of your lens a little bit and that sort of thing, like wax does into a body line. So we just want to get that cleaned up nice all the way around like that. And so that kind of gets the last of the residue from the first few steps off of the lenses. And this thing is looking amazing so far. Next step comes a little foam applicator. We got a little bottle here. And what we do is we put the product. This is the headlight sealant. So we put a little bit of product on here like this. And then what we do is we wipe this on, and we're wiping it down and we're trying to get the whole headlight. Now we can overlap when we're doing this, okay? We don't want to go too many times though, because this stuff will start to dry up. And if it starts drying up, it's going to start getting tacky. And then we could leave some lines in it. And you can see here as I'm coming off the bottom of my headlight, I'm rubbing it off onto that tape, okay? So that's a good reason to have the tape right there. It just kind of keeps that from having a different product that's on your paint now or on your wrap or whatever it is that's on your vehicle. But I love the way this headlight restored. Looks just as good as the other one. And they, like I say, these are brand new headlights. I can't remember what year this car is.
2006?
2006. So these headlights are 17 years old. For them to look that good is quite amazing. It is a low mileage car. It's only got 70,000 miles on it, so it's not a high mileage car by any means. But you know, it does spend a lot of time outside and that sort of thing. So these do yellow over time. Savings $250 doing this project ourselves, not replacing the headlights. I give it 2 thumbs up. Like, share, subscribe, and you're going to see more projects on the Baronmobile. Thanks for joining. Hey, thanks for watching. I appreciate the support. Click like, share, subscribe, follow along. We got lots and lots of great projects already in the can. We're going to start popping videos up here real soon.